A Zoom meeting with me and was like, "You only have two things on your resume. What sets you apart?" And I was like, told him the same thing, like work ethic. And he has like huge clients, like millionaires, like millions of followers, and leads in movies, things like that. So I was like, "Look, man, I know you have these people, but I'm trying to get in the mix. Like, trust me, I can do it." And he was like, "All right, let's do it." So then he signed me that day. I had got signed by the agent. Then I get the audition for All American. It's like my second ever audition, and I book it for a co-star, and it just like my mind was blown because I actively watched All American, and then there's a spinoff All American Homecoming, and that's the one I booked it as a co-star. It turned into a recurring, so I went from being in one episode to like the whole season. So that kind of like started my acting journey. It was like the first time I was on TV.
But what's, again, the question I'm going to ask you is, what's the first day on set like? What were your expectations? What was the reality?
I think that was the perfect thing for me, being on the first day on set, because again, in acting school they don't teach you like what set looks like. They teach you the script. They teach you how to act. So when you get on set, you don't know what even a second AD is. You don't know, but you're supposed, like they act like they do. So like, you know what I mean? When you get there, they expect you to know all these things. They send you a call sheet and it looks absolutely insane because there's like thousands of names and like setups they have to have in locations. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Just tell me my name and my time and I'll be there. So I get there and it was supposed to be like a 4 or 5 hour shoot. I think I had to be there at like 5 a.m., which is nothing. I'm there. I was there until like 2 a.m. the next day. So to me, again, I'm not tired. It's my first day on set in Los Angeles, and it was like we shot at location. So like I got in the shuttle, I had to like go to a place, we shot there, but I was so like starstruck because you do hair and makeup at like Warner Brothers or wherever. I don't remember where we did it, and then they shuttle you to the location, and then when you get out, it's like hundreds of people there that work for Warner Brothers that are like setting up the set or security or catering, or like you have an assistant for you, and then there's like the director, and then the second AD, and then there's like sometimes a third, and then there's the sound guy, you know what I mean? So while you're setting up for your scene, there's the barber's there checking your hair, the makeup's there like touching your face, picking on you, the person that does the wardrobe is there fixing your wardrobe, they're moving stuff behind you. I'm sitting there with my scene partner. We're about to film in like 2 minutes. So I'm like, what is going on? And then my scene partner's in front of me. The director's there. And then he's kind of like having us run through it. But I'm all like looking around like, what are we doing? Like, why are all these people here? That was like the craziest thing. That was like the craziest thing to me. I'll never forget was how many people are actually there. And then like when they get the shot, they literally just move everyone outside the camera angle. So it looks like no one's there, but there's 100 people right, just all watching me like this. And I remember I was so nervous because I was like, I didn't know people would be watching me like that. Like in my mind, I think it's just me, the other actor, the director. I don't know why, maybe like the camera guy, but I didn't think that there was so many people. And it's just like, there's like people to help and assistants everywhere. So that first day, we did it. And I'm looking at the guy that I was acting with was already a series regular on the show. So I'm looking at him like, is this normal? He was like, what? Yeah, you're good. I was like, okay, cool. And then he did his scene. Or he did his take because it was over my shoulder first to start off, and I saw him do it, and I'm looking at all these people, and I'm like, oh yeah, if he can do it, I can do it. We're good. Let's roll. So then I did it, and then I was just kind of like, wow. And then I got to see how long it takes to set up for shots, and then I got to see what happens when we don't get the right shot. And then where we shot, it was somewhere in LA where the planes they were like landing, so we had to wait between, and it just kept dragging it out because the planes were so loud. And then like we were on the corner of a busy street too, so people kept trying to run up and take pictures and like all that. So security, and it was like the entire thing you wanted to see on the first day, because I haven't had that type of day since that day, even with the same show. So I was like, wow. And I remember I got back to my hotel and I was like, wow, that was amazing. Like I saw everything I needed to see in one day as far as like what can go wrong or what can go right or how long it can get extended for.
How long did it take you to sort of settle in on that shoot? Like, all right, I mean, you had it the first time. Your very first scene, you're like, I can do this. But how long is it before you're just like, all right, I'm settled in. Let's do it.
I think after I said my lines the first time.
Yeah.
Because they do a couple shots. Like you get a couple good. Like you get it probably like 4 times. I'll say my lines. So I think the first one was kind of me just saying them, not acting them. I was just saying the lines, and I was kind of like, that wasn't really that good. I'm so nervous right now. Like I don't really expect all this. And then the second time I was like, all right, I'm good. Because the kid next to me, I think it was his first day on set. It was 3 of us, and he was a co-star as well. And I think it was his first day too. And I remember I was like, I can do what you're doing. I can do what he's doing. We can all do it. You know what I mean? So let's just do it. And then